Hello. This maybe took me less than 15 minutes to set up compared to my last video, which took me maybe an hour of stressing and sweating and general anxiety, so we're getting somewhere. So, in the process of re-evaluating Erica at 18, what it is about my past that I romanticize, the Cramped series, I have become very, very conscious of the fact that it's all leaning towards one circular theme, which I think is how I live my life, and that is essentially that I live to make my younger self proud, to do all the things that she thought adulthood would be, do the things that she was yearning to do once she no longer lived at home or had her own money. And there's different ways that comes about. I've been known to pick up a Woolies mud cake, and for the international viewers, it's this. Doesn't look like much, but sometimes you walk into a supermarket and you go, you know what I really like? One of those, or maybe I shouldn't. Actually, no. I'm an adult. I can do what I want. And it doesn't just stop at food, it's the way I interact with my friends, the way I exist in the world. I think it is met with, would 8-year-old Erica think that was a really cool thing to do? Now this is all leading up to something that happened a few weeks ago. That thing is a joke that went too far, but in the best way possible. So to set the scene, I was chatting about the fact that as adults, in this same line of thinking of making my younger self proud, I could, technically, if I had saved up enough money, I could just get on a plane and go to Queensland because I'm an adult. And little Erica would think that was very fun. And why not? The joke progressed to the hypothetical of what it would look like to do said thing. And about 4 hours later, a flight was booked in that myself and my friend Ben and my friend Sid, the following Saturday, we were going to get on a plane at 7 a.m. and go to the Gold Coast in the north of Australia for 12 hours for the sole intention of going to Movie World. For background, for any international viewers or people who don't know the significance of Movie World, think Disneyland but smaller, think Disneyland but Australian, and for many of us, we'd only ever been as a child or not at all. Cut to that very next Saturday, I had packed a water bottle, a hat, sunscreen, a disposable camera, got on a plane at 7 a.m. We got off the plane, got on an Uber, we're at Movie World before the gates opened, and we were the first people lining up at 9:30 in the morning, having landed from Sydney, and we were the first people in the park. You know, we went down Main Street and there was not a single person. We were up ahead in front of everyone else in the queues. Got on the Scooby-Doo coaster, first up, been on it twice as a kid, and going back on it was just as joyous. Saw Marilyn Monroe, saw Catwoman, saw, you know, the Joker in a mask because the Joker is COVID safe, and just had a bloody good time.
Oh, hello.
I'm just wanting to document the fact that Sid's just said that she doesn't like roller coasters.
Not a huge fan.
And where are we going then?
To a roller coaster city, baby.
It was fantastic, and arriving back in Sydney at 8 p.m, you know, we could technically still have gotten a night out after that full big trip. I was left with this beautiful feeling of joy and of pride in myself, in the decision, in how silly that was, and how just the right amount of it was thought out. You know, it wasn't meticulously planned, which is something that I always do, and we were in a very fortunate position to be able to go and do that. And most of all, above all else, little Erica, deep down inside, is thrilled and overjoyed, and I think capturing that in macro and micro forms is so beautiful, and I encourage anyone to do that, to live by that. You know, there are so many things that it could apply to, and it doesn't have to involve spending money. Stripping it down to, you were 8 years old once, wishing that you could have Cocoa Pops for breakfast, or go and hang out with your friends for a little bit longer, to sleep over at a friend's house, to stay out a little bit longer, to spend your own money, to be your own person. And just doing that, whatever that is to you, I implore you to do that thing. And that's the crux of it, really. This wasn't meant to be an inspirational speech or an attempt at one, but here we are. That's my impassioned rant over. I get very worked up. Whenever I edit these videos, I see myself getting warm. Have a good day. That's all I'm gonna say. See ya.
That's pretty good, right?
That's a good impression.
Thank you.